Okay, some more of these. I don't know if those are good or not. Yeah, they're kind of the same, a lighter tone. Just wondering if I should use those cameras. But see, it has pink with it, and I really don't want to put pink. Although the little maps will have a little bit of pink, so why not? Instead of the bigger cameras, I think I'll do the smaller cameras. Make sure I have at least 2 full ones. And then, as I'm putting the page together, if I find that I need, because right now the camera, I know the embellishment cluster will have to go to the right of it. So if I need one for the left of it, then I'll just come and cut a full one at that time. Okay, so I think this is a good amount. So we'll put that in one of my baggies. Oversized baggies. And we'll move on to the next one. Like I said, you know, if you're going to do a whole bunch like this, like if you're going to a crop or something like that, it does take a bit of time. But if you do it whenever, you know, you feel like scrapbooking, but you don't feel like scrapbooking, you feel like being in your craft room, but you don't feel like, sorry, needed a little liquid motivation. You know that, you know, you feel like being in your craft room, but you just don't know what you want to work on. This is the perfect sort of fix because it makes it so that you're kind of playing with your stuff, but you don't have to think too much, if that makes a lot of sense. You just play with papers and embellishments. And it's the perfect thing to do if you're watching like a TV show or something, because then you can just put that on. You don't have to think too much, and you can watch your favorite TV show, which right now I finished Bones last week or the week before. And oh my gosh, it was so sad. It was good, but it was sad, and I loved it. And it's sad because it's done. I kind of wish it would be on again this season, but it is not. But he's got his own show coming out too, so I already know that I'm going to be watching it for sure. So, so now I am catching up on How to Get Away with Murder. I'm on last season's, I don't watch it until it's on Netflix, so it just showed up on Netflix here maybe 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I was like, okay, now it's, as soon as I finished Bones, I started watching that, which was kind of, I think I'm 8 episodes in. I don't even know how many episodes there is. I just put it on and I watch. And so I'm watching that. And I usually only watch one show at a time until I'm caught up. And then once I'm done with that, then I move on to the next. Sort of the same way with books. Sometimes I'll have 2 books on the go. but it'll be because one is on my Kindle and one is a physical book. So if I go to bed and start reading and my husband decides, oh, I'm going to bed, well, I want to keep reading, so I'll just switch over to my Kindle book. So that's, why I'll have two. But I usually choose one, and whenever I have a minute to read, that's the one that I'll read right till the end. I really like binge reading series, and I like when I start a book, I like to finish it. So this month it's been a little slow for me for reading. It's September 11th today, and I've read 2 books. And last month, by September 15th, I had read 8 books. So, but then the rest of the month I barely read. I read 2 books. So maybe now, towards the end of the month is where I'll read a whole bunch of books, maybe. Maybe. Oh, I did it again. Sorry about that. Okay. So this one is all like teals and stuff and aquas. I started uploading the videos and I noticed that a lot of them were not in real time. And I was like, oh, it's because as soon as it's loud in here, which it seems to be all the time, I don't want to do it in real time because it's going to be too loud. So, but I still am in the mood to do stuff, so. Now, make sure I get, oops. So I thought today, it's still a little loud downstairs, but I thought I'd try to get at least, 20 minutes or so of real time, or at least a couple pages. So again, as I'm putting this together, as I'm picking out embellishments, I'm trying to think of maybe some layouts or some, not layouts, layouts I could do, like pictures that I could scrap, or I'm trying to think of different things that I could do. The other page I should have put, I think I'll do it now and then I'll go slip it in after. But I'll put camping and tennis pics. So then I'll remember that's what I want to do for that. I don't know. Up to now, not a lot of stuff on there. A few flowers, word, and some washi tape, and one thing that I could use as an embellishment starter. So I need to, and that's what happens as you're getting more and more stuff sort of picked out, is all the stuff that, it's gone, like all the, a lot of stuff is gone already, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to find embellishments, but that's okay. I'm going to put on there as much as I can. I think what I'll try to do is where I did number them, I'll try to go from 1 to 36, and then that way, as I'm putting page kits together, I'll be putting everything into a bowl, what's left over, and then so when I get to another teal page, then I'll have more embellishments. No, not this. I want to use this sticker so bad. So every page I'm like, could I possibly use that sticker? Maybe. I love that typewriter, but I've already done a page on my typewriter. Or I know what I could do the page about. Ha. See, just wanting to use an embellishment or an embellishment made me kind of think of a page I wanted to talk about. There we go. Awesome. Now, I do love this, and it'd be cool to put a title with that there. You know what? I'm just going to pull that whole sheet off, and I'm going to put it right in there, because I can use that heart. I can use those. Awesome. And I want to do a page, and I don't know if I did this already, like in one of the other ones, or just going to do that. Okay, so this, I can use this as starter for embellishment cluster, and then this, and then I got those. And let me see if I can find some more stuff in here. To put on that page. It's getting pretty stacked up, I think. Those blues are totally off. But this is perfect. There. More of those? No? Okay. Oh. Ah. Yes. Okay, again, I'm not putting these in any. I'll just, as I'm putting pages together, I'm gonna Nope, nope. Okay. Come on. Okay, so I think that's good enough. So we'll put this into, let me just check one more thing. I want to check these stickers. And then I think after this, I'm going to go so that I'm on fast forward. And get a few more pages done that way. guess I had pulled 2 stickers from that. I think that this and that collection, the one that is my favorite for the boys, I think I had bought two of the boys and 2 of the girls collection. The girls collection I didn't use as much, which is kind of weird, right? Because I have 2 girls and 1 boy, but I think it's because for the girls there's just so many collections out there that are available for girls that, you know, I didn't have to use it all up at once. But for the boy collection, there's really not that many, so I kind of like that. Kind of goes with that too. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, this is going to be fun. I have to follow the sticker and cut it out. Well, I don't have to, but I don't feel like putting baby powder on all of that. I just feel like cutting this out and sticking it in my page kit. There we go. Okay. Just like that. And nope. Put that there because I know which sticker sheet it comes from. Okay. Got 3 more stickers and then that'll be it for this page. And then I'm going to stop the recording and then I'll go on fast forward for the rest of them. I did 3 in real time, so that's good. Okay, so the rest of this video will be a voiceover, so it means that the video is sped up ×4. Now I'm going to put this page kit together, and this is from Echo Park Note to Self. The pattern papers are from there, and the stickers that I'm gathering right now are also from that collection. So I'm grabbing everything that is that smoky blue, which I find a lot of collections don't have. There's not a lot of navy or some sort of manly blues. I find if there is blues, it's more like a lighter blue or a turquoise, or which some tones are more towards the green than the blue. Now these large stickers here, I'm going to end up cutting them away from the sticker sheet because I didn't want to use my powder tool on that long strip. It was just too much, so I don't mind cutting apart some sticker sheets. I'll put them with this page kit, and if it doesn't get used up, then I'll just put them in a container. And like I said before, I stop working with this sort of giant kit. I'm going to try and put some more page kits together from all these leftovers. And the probability of me using some of these embellishments that have been put with these page kits are greater than if all these embellishments were just left in the drawers, and then that way I don't even see them. So by putting them into page kits, yes, when I make a page kit, I put way more embellishments than I probably will need for that page. But the reason that I do that is to make sure that I have options without having to go too much into, everything else in my room. I want to make sure that I have tons of options. So when I put this page kit together, I can use a lot of embellishments. I might have, 6 or 7 or 10 embellishments left. I put them in a container. And then, like I said, it could be 6 months or a year from now. By the time I'm done all these kits, it could probably be, 3 to 6 months from now. And then I'll have this container that's just full of embellishments. And before I separate them into smaller iris containers, I'll say, hey, I have these pattern papers left over. I have these embellishments. Let's try to make a few more page kits, and then I'll put all the embellishments away. So in this session, when I, went upstairs and worked on putting some embellishments with my page kits, I ended up putting 5 page kits together. And usually that's pretty much the average of page kits that I put together in sort of one session, because that's about an hour and a half, depending on sort of my mood. If I'm watching a lot of TV shows, then I'm a little slower because I'm paying more attention to what I'm watching. And again, when I do these page kits, it's more as a relaxing thing for me. So it's not a race. I'm just putting these page kits together. I feel like doing something scrapbooking, but I don't feel like scrapbooking. Or if it's been a day that I've scrapbooked a lot and I just need sort of a little break, then I can pull my stool up to my desk. Because if you don't know, I stand up while I'm scrapbooking. And after a while, my legs and my feet really start hurting. So if I feel like I need a break, I can bring my stool up to my desk and I can sit when I literally put these page kits together, because I don't feel like I have to walk around my room, because I'm just using all the embellishments that, I kind of had pulled for putting these page kits together. So they're really close. Now, again, these pattern papers are from that Note to Self Echo Park. And I didn't know exactly what pictures I was going to use with this. But then the very first sticker that I pull off says family. So chances are I'm going to be doing a picture involving the family. And now that I look at this as I'm putting this together, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be going to the apple orchard and taking some family pictures. So this tones are perfect, because you have some brown, you have some green, and you have some red. And so that's sort of fallish looking to me. So I'll be able to put some pictures of us at the apple orchard. So if I think about it, once I'm done this voiceover, I can go upstairs and just take one of the recipe cards and just put apple picking with this page kit, so that once I start pulling pictures for all my page kits, then I can remember to put some apple picking pictures with this. Now, I don't always put the pictures with the page kits right away. And a lot of these kits are just going to be sitting in my scrap room, and I'm just going to be grabbing them whenever I have a minute to scrapbook or I feel like scrapbooking. So I'll have my pictures with me, so I can just go into my stash of pictures and just grab some pictures. But if I have some of these page kits left over when I go to my crop in November, I'm just going to then grab some page kits, add some pictures quickly, some letter stickers, and then I'll be on my way. So it's another way to, be ready quickly for a crop. I don't think I've gone to a crop in the last probably 10 or 15 years that I haven't made page kits, because I find that way I get so much more done. So while I'm, putting the last few pages together, I'll just let you know what's sort of been going on and why I didn't have an upload on Friday and none yesterday and one today. I'll probably just have one more this week, which will probably be on Friday, because I'm going back to work tomorrow for 3 days and I don't have any videos ready. So like I had mentioned a few times in a few other videos, my husband and I decided to go to Ontario to surprise one of his college friends, because he was turning 50 and he was having a turning 50 party. And one of their other friends had sent him a message on Facebook and said, "Oh my goodness, wouldn't it be fun if you guys could just crash his party? He would have no idea that you guys are coming." So it was sort of on a whim. We just decided to, yes, let's just do it. We hadn't done anything this summer. And the funny thing is we've been together for 25 years, married 24. And we have never gone on vacation by ourselves. We've always taken our kids, always. Every vacation we've been on, including our honeymoon, we've taken a kid or kids along. So we thought, man, this will be the first time that we go away by ourselves. So we did. We left Thursday morning at 3:30 in the morning. And it took us 20 hours. We made it all the way to London, which is like an extra hour and a half past Toronto. But my husband had some points for Marriott, and they only had an available room on Thursday night. So we thought, well, that's perfect, because we don't know what time we're going to get there. So we don't want to, these people, because we were staying at his friend's house, we don't want to get there too late because they have to work the next day. So the first night we ended up getting there at 10 o'clock. So it took us 20 hours of driving, and it was due to traffic and construction. We got held up at construction so many times. Plus we stopped an hour in Montreal. And I'm going to do a layout of why we stopped in Montreal. It's something that I'm getting into, a new craft, and I'm so excited and I can't wait to share with you. And I'll probably do a few videos depending on how it goes of this new thing that I'm getting into. So we stopped in Montreal, and the reason we want to stay in London is because this other place where I wanted to go for this craft was not far from London. And then I ended up finding another place in London itself. So that was fun, but I'll be talking more about that when I do the layout of some of the stuff that I purchased. So anyway, we ended up getting there at 10 o'clock. And when we got there, the hotel said, "Well, I hope you guys don't mind. We kind of ran out of regular rooms, and so we upgraded you for the night." Oh, man, we were so upset. Not. So they upgraded us. It had a living room area. It had a fridge, a stove. Like it was just like the bedroom was separate. It was just a really nice little, I took pictures, so I'll be able to, I'm going to do a layout about it. And so we stayed there the first night. On Friday, we picked up the stuff that I had ordered from this new craft. And then we went to visit the first set of friends. We had supper with them. It was so beautiful. Apparently, they had a really sucky summer all summer, really rainy. That entire weekend was record-breaking. It was 29, 30 all weekend. Beautiful. So we had supper with one friend. Then we surprised his other friend for his 50th birthday. We showed up. He was really surprised. So we stayed there, 4 or 5 hours. Then we slept at another friend's house overnight. Then the next morning we got up and chatted with them we got up quite early. It was 6:30 in the morning, and we stayed there till 10, and they had to go to work and stuff. And then we went shopping in Toronto, And then we went to another friend's house on the way home. And his house, it was really planned well because his house was an hour outside of Toronto towards home. So we saved about 2.5 hours sleeping over there. So we got there about, again, 3:30. And then we had supper with them, had a few drinks. It was beautiful. We stayed outside. And then the next morning, we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And we drove home, and on the way home, it took us 16 hours. We barely stopped. Like, we didn't stop and ate. We literally just bought food and kept going and just stopped for gas and just stretched our legs a little bit and then kept going. But we made some good time. We got home at 9 o'clock at night. We unpacked the truck at 9:15. I was in bed, and I slept till 8 o'clock the next morning. It was a good trip, and my husband had to work the next morning. So that's why we got up kind of early, because we needed to make sure that he had a good night's sleep. So this is the first time that, my son wasn't in high school anymore. He was in college, and my daughter's here. So they made sure that, they got him to school. We made sure they had food in the fridge, and they kind of got their, in the house, there was a 25, 23, and an almost 18-year-old. So they were fine. We checked in on them a few times. And so that was fun. We had a blast. I'm super excited. Oh, I guess that's the end of the video. So we'll chat more on the next video, but probably only one more this week. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.